folks. There are new details revealed from the WikiLeaks document dump. Millions of dollars are said to be flowing directly into terrorist hands. And the website points a finger right at Saudi Arabia, one of our biggest allies in the region, as the major culprit here. Scott Carpenter is a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State in the Bush administration, and he joins me. Good morning, Scott. Thanks for having you with us today.
Good morning, Martha. Delight.
You know, when you go through some of this and the cables that went back and forth in the State Department over this issue of Saudi Arabia, now lots of people have been suspicious of Saudi Arabia's involvement and you know, whether or not they are funneling money to Sunni terrorists. But this lays it out quite clearly, and it says that donors in Saudi Arabia constitute the most significant source of funding to those groups worldwide.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing new in these cables. I mean, as you mentioned, we've known for quite a while that Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Kuwait in particular have been funneling large amounts of money to terrorist organizations in Pakistan, Afghanistan, and around the world, actually. And the problem here is that although the government of Saudi Arabia has taken certain actions to step in the right direction, the overall population, the fact that there are so many Saudis with so much money contributing to so many different charities, the problem is so vast that even though there has been progress, you're not able to tackle it in any real way. But at least Saudi Arabia is making some modicum of progress. When it comes to Kuwait and Qatar, there's been almost nothing. And the problem here is that when I read through the cables, the real story here is that the government, the Obama administration, is recognizing the problem. They're trying to do more, but there's this sense that we lack leverage with these countries. And when you take a look at a country like Kuwait that is seeing us withdraw from Iraq and becoming increasingly worried about what that's going to mean for it, and especially with the rapacious Iran in the background, it seems to me we have some leverage here.
Yeah, that's what, you know, you just touched on it perfectly. If anything else was revealed in these cables, perhaps it is that we do have some leverage, because clearly these other countries who behind the scenes have expressed concerns about Iran, all that's out there now. They want us to help them with Iran.
Absolutely right. And if you look at Qatar, this small nation state where we base our Fifth Fleet, for it not to do more in this area for us is just ludicrous. We have the problem with Al Jazeera there. Now we have terrorist financing there. It is, along with Kuwait, the #1 problem. The vast amount of resources, again, because of the population size and how many wealthy people there are in Saudi Arabia, is still a problem. But these countries, when we bring them intelligence, are not acting on it, and they push us off.
You know, that's probably the best last point here, is that it's not, you're dealing with the government of these countries, and yet, as you so well point out, you've got so many people with exorbitant amounts of money who can do with it what they want, regardless of what the country, whether or not they're directed to do so by their government.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the legal framework has to be in place, and it simply isn't.
Yeah, but leverage is key, and as you point out, maybe we have more than we're recognizing at this point. Scott, thank you very much.
Thank you, Martha.
Scott
Good to be
Carpenter
with you.
joining us this morning. Good to have you, sir.